Hello friends, welcome back to a new stream. This is going to be a shorter stream, late night here for me. It was quite a busy day. I do have a sort of a life, aside from playing No Rest for the Wicked and making builds. Well, thought I'll make a quick stream, kind of pick up where we left off yesterday and try some more builds. Not sure who's in the chat, how many people we've got watching. But if you are in the chat and you would like to try something out, let me know. We will definitely try it. And if you are wondering what builds are available, you can just follow the link. Either if you're watching on Twitch, you can have a separate link that will take you to the playlist of my builds on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, then I guess you're somewhat familiar with the channel. If you are joining me on YouTube and you don't have me followed on Twitch, please consider following there also. And I also wanted to thank everyone who followed me on Twitch. Now we have enough followers that we can make it into the affiliate program. That is awesome. Hello, Regines. How are you? I trust the sound is working. Everything's working with stream. Hopefully. I have no actual way of checking it out. Well, I do have a way of checking it out. I just don't want to mess things up. You just give me a thumbs up in there. Let me know if the sound is working. That would be great. Seems like it's working on my end. But if you could let me know, I would appreciate it. All right. Okay. What do we got here? We have... Well, we definitely don't want to go and try the ones we did yesterday. So this is something new that I'm kind of working on. Maybe I can show it to you for the next update. I am trying to make, this is like a, what I'm gonna call this a juggernaut build. He's got like the helmet, like kind of looks like a juggernaut, and it could work. And the aim of this build is to make a build that you can just auto attack with your fists infinitely without having to worry about getting poise broken or thrown on the ground. So far, it's the success is kind of relative with this build, but I'll show you how it works. Hey, where to go? Oh, steam realm. I wish this OBS plugin would show me how many people are in chat or how many people are watching the stream, but it doesn't. Or maybe it doesn't, I don't know. That's something I should be looking into, because I can't see how many people are in. If there's anybody watching at all, if I'm just talking to myself. Alright. This build. So this is going to be a physical build, and it's going to focus on having lots of defenses along with a lot of poise, so that you don't get knocked out of your attack animations.
This is interference. I've got things you didn't. I'll see you.
I'm still on the fence about this whole ring thing. There's some info going around about the rings that are,
Is your faith strong?
it's still unsubstantiated, but as they stand.
Maybe it's time
So
to
what they're
this
saying
world,
is
one body at a time.
rings may also have facets coming in the together update. But as far as I know, it hasn't been confirmed by the dev team or anything, but there was some talk about it. Which, if that is the case, and then even if that is the case, here's the thing: like the numbers that I remember from facets were not good enough to override the fact that you could have something crazy happening with your rings. Like, let's go up to the this build is not complete yet, so I haven't really
Blight of time.
done much upgrading with it, but I'm going to upgrade the rings.
So this is the juice.
Does this guy have something to buy?
Everything is for sale, including myself, perhaps.
Yeah, the rings are not, well, I don't know what's happening in the actual update, to be honest. Plague electric. Plague electric. But in the beta that was out, you couldn't exalt rings, and the values on resistances only went up to 10%. But like here, if you exalt stuff right now,
You must.
watch. What am I wearing right now? That's exalted. Okay, let's exalt this guy so we get more defenses. Like, okay, so if I exalt this from 22, I'm going all the way to 42. So you're getting a flat 20%. If you go to this, also, what's happening with exaltation, you get like a flat 20% added. So on average, you would have something close to 40% on most of these rings. If you had something better, you could get lucky and get like 45%, but 40% is not very hard to get. But in the update, it seems like the max is going to be 10%, which if they're going to have facets were, in my testing, they were right around like 3 to 5% increase in resistances. So, oh, I don't have anything in this room. Must have some torn pieces. What? That has nothing on him? Well, that's alright. Must have deposited all my stuff in my main room, which is also bugged, by the way. I really do wonder what is causing that, and if that issue is gonna go away for the update. If any of you in chat have that problem, but a lot of people have the problem of rubber banding. It's almost like your character is walking on glued surfaces. So this is what this build do. He's just like trade blows and not care. He's stuck, he won't come close. Why won't he move? Oh, rude. Greetings, Bunny. Bunny with monocle. I like that name. This one is a build in progress, to be honest. This is like an experimental thing at this point. It's not completed, but it works. It's not fully optimized or even upgraded properly, but I get the gist what the build is trying to do. It's a heavy build, but it's still very nimble. It's a heavy build. It's very nimble. Get knocked off the ledge into the oblivion.
Burrowing inside my mind.
Shut up, Elsa. I hate her. All right. Let's give this a proper shot. If I get bonus attack damage on my normal attacks after a charge attack or just charge attacks. That's something on my glove. Or maybe I changed it. Oh, I get health on my charge attack. That's why. Kind of helps with the sustain. And that's what the build is kind of. I'm just trying to make a build that smash buttons and don't really care about parrying and dodging and still have some kind of interactivity, like not complete like an AFK build or anything. It's just like a good, solid, strong build that you can just like do this to these guys. And then even if they grab you like that, you're not gonna die. And if you want to practice your practice dodging, if you want to practice your parry, a build like this will really give you all the tools that you need, because all of a sudden you're not scared of missing one parry and losing your entire run because you risk one parry and you fail. This also has a really good ability to as you can see, this guy cannot like poise break me while I'm charging. You see that? It's very similar to that club build that I showed you yesterday, where you can just smash your club and not really care. Here, you can just like go toe to toe with this guy. Well, he missed everything, but I get like 16 health back on each hit. Plus lifesteal if you have lifesteal. I'm not sure if I have lifesteal on this weapon. Yeah, I don't have lifesteal on it. But your lifesteal on this build comes from your charged attacks. And I want to have that extra stamina so I don't have to worry about not being able to attack. Oh, what makes it so tanky? It's a combination of things. So it's a full mesh set, right? And then you also get damage reduction. Like if you look, even though this is not completely done up, as I said, like all the affixes are not full. But if you look, you get 10% here damage reduction, and then you get another 20% here while you're charging. That's the main piece. And then you also get poise defense, like you get 10 poise while you're charging. I think my poise is at 22. That's what the value. Yeah, it's at 22. So I'm getting 32 poise, and the only attacks that can knock me down or poise break me are lunge attacks from mobs and explosions from some mobs, which are only withstandable if you have a shield anyway. Like you could have 50 poison, you still lose those if you don't have a shield up, but that's where most of the and then you also get 10% here, 10% here. So you have 10, 10, 30, you have 50% damage reduction on top of the damage reduction that you get from your armor. And then you also have very decent elemental resistances. Plus you get a very, very high health pool here. If you look, it's like 320 for not so much of a tank build. I mean, you can get like up to 1,000 health if you really want to invest in it, but I have 30 points. I have 60 points in agility, which is pretty decent. Then we have 16 points in stamina. And then the other part of where the tankiness comes from is from this stone tusk ring. You could switch stone tusk ring for, let me see. You can switch it for if you don't do herring much, you can switch it for Band of Calmness. I would rather have the tankiness on this than having the extra focus, to be honest. And you can see I've gone through a lot of different variations here, like trying different things. Shell guards would be nice with this build. You could make it different variations of it. I tried shell guards with this with low health build where you get like 30% damage reduction because of low health. Didn't really like it. I didn't think it was beginner friendly. I want to have this build ready for co-op. This is like, I want something for people to be able to pick up and just like smash through. And charge attacks, you can have charge attacks on every single weapon type in the game, which is part of the reason why I wanted to have this build like kind of theory crafted and almost ready for co-op. And it doesn't really have hard to get affixes on it either. Like these affixes, the hardest affixes to get properly on equipment, as far as I remember, were crit and what was the other one? An armor piercing. And this doesn't rely on those. Like I said, not a super high damage build, but it's a super beginner friendly build in many ways. Like a build like this is, and I'm not using any echoes just so you know. I'll take some. That's a good one to have. Yeah, that's where the tankiness comes from. See, even that guy's attacks. The other point of the build is to appreciate it. Thomas said someone from his team see that, and where can we get it? Yes, actually, if you give me a second, I'll just I'll link it for you. I just gotta make sure. I have a few things open on my desktop from the work I'm doing. I just don't want to dox myself. I'm so paranoid ever since I started streaming on Twitch. Okay, where was that? There it is. And that's the document you're looking for. And I have seen it. I had quite a bit of hands-on experience with it during co-op. So some very interesting changes. Overall, I like it. I like the change. Those guys, they hit really hard. I think they're the hardest hitting physical. Now the grabs will catch you, so you don't have, but the other attacks should not break your stance. Like, see that? If you're charging. If you're not charging, that particular attack will break your stance. But what we can try is, and I don't have anything. I think I can get rid of everything. Hey, no problem, man. I'm looking for poise, to be honest. With the way poise works in the current build, like in live right now, 20 poise was always the sweet spot. By the way, I didn't dodge anything. I don't really have any defensive echoes here to make me any tankier that I really am. That is really just the build doing what it did. And keep in mind that also my equipment is not exalted. It is maximum level, but it's not exalted. It could be just a little bit tankier. And to be able to eat all those attacks from that particular mob on level 4, to me that's a sign of good viability when it comes to making builds. Now 2 of them here, this would be an issue, which is why you have your runes to help you at least take care of one. But the amount of health you're getting back from your charged attack, alongside with the poise defense, it all makes for... It's a fun... I don't know, for me, personally, at this point in the game, as how long I've played the game, I wouldn't call this a fun build, but I can definitely see how this will be fun for a new player. Like, you build this and all of a sudden you don't really have to worry about every attack just like half healthing you. Yeah, like buying in like gems, yeah. Holy, that was expensive. Yeah, I can't afford to be splurging money like that. So again, if you look, I only have damage echoes and like a stamina regen echo, and we're going to be at level 6. Right at 6 is where enemies start to have a noticeable jump and how much damage they do and how tanky they are. So let's see how the build feels. This would be a good save. This build is going to be a lot stronger. It's going to be doing a lot more damage. It's going to have a lot more sustain. And depending on how I can set up the armor come around the release, it will also probably be on par from the tankiness aspect. So actually, let me kill that little bastard. I want to see like how I can go toe to toe with this guy. So like this is a good damage test. Like look at this. That's 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits, 4 hits. So I can easily take tank 4 hits from a monstrosity like this, and I'm not even at full health. Okay, let's try it again. At full health, go 1, 2, 2 hits. That's 3. Yeah, I can't take 4. And 4 hits without any defensive echoes on a build that's not really complete yet. It's a good sign of health in my experience. So I'm pretty confident this build is going to be good. I just have to do some minor adjustments and then make sure I can get the affixes. One of the reasons I think it's going to be really strong in the upcoming patch is because we can get charged attack damage increase on gloves. So that would be really, really good. You also get damage increase if you dodge. See that? And if you're practicing your parrying like this, you don't have to worry. You can miss and it's not gonna kill you. The number one rule in learning how to parry is not timing. It is to have the right equipment on you so that you don't die if you miss. Like this guy usually in some of the builds that I do could kill me if I miss one of those parries. But let's see, if I miss this, no problem. Miss the other one, not a problem at all. And the health is not going to be as good because they have a debuff from the also their slappy attacks are not going to break my stance. I don't have to worry about it that way. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I could tell you about this build in its current iterations, at least. I just wanted to double check something. That will knock me out. I can knock him out of his charge. And see, those slaps also don't knock me out of my charge animation, so success. This is exactly what I would want in the hands of a new player who's trying to learn the game and don't want them to be frustrated, and you also want to learn the systems that the game has. If you don't learn how to dodge properly, if you don't learn how to parry once in a while, I'm not saying you need to parry everything. I don't even know how to parry everything, but making an effort to know at least one or two parries from each enemy just gives you better gaming experience. Really, parry is a touchy subject. I don't want to like press too much on parrying, but one of the reasons why I like to make some builds like this is to give you the opportunity to practice parrying without having to worry. All right. Should we take something here? So right around now, without any echoes and a build that's not complete, you're gonna have problems with damage. That's why I took some damage. Like you see, like backstab won't even kill him. So that push, you're not going to survive it unless you have a shield on. I also don't really want to fight this guy in a tight quarter. What is it with all these Macy dudes? So it's a bit of a dance killing these bigger ones especially, but because you have, what is this? No, take that. Because you have enough defenses at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about it. That is parryable. I just missed. Let's see if we can do it. That's not parryable. Every time you see an attack like that, that is usually not parryable. Is he gonna push here? Because he doesn't want to do the push. Yeah, but the push is parryable. You just have to time it properly. Oh, I have so much. I'll take a revive. Max stamina, max health. I don't want to take these and have something really terrible happen. Because it's possible. So low poise weapons like these definitely don't do anything to you. Daggers, short swords, anything of that sort doesn't have anything. But the mobs with huge weapons. Oh, I almost dropped myself. Okay, let's see how tanky we are. I'll try. I need one more day of streaming for the. Actually, I need more players, more people on my Twitch stream. How many people are watching? Only 3 on stream. If I could get at least like 10 people on Twitch stream, that would be good. But yeah, I wasn't planning on streaming today. This was just like I just finished some work, and we were talking on Discord. I thought it would be a good time to have a little bit of Crucible runs with some friends and viewers. All the viewers are my friends, even if there are some of them that I have had some friction in the past with. They don't like. I don't hold any grudges. All right, where are we at? Echo Knight. Let's see how this build holds up. Again, this is not a complete build by any means. It's just something to prepare for the co-op update coming in. Let me see. 1, 2. Okay, I can. If you can't eat 2 of those, that's pretty good. You can. I don't. I was gonna eat that, but then I buried it. Damage wise, pretty good. Oh, I lost my poise. Oh, this is a bad mistake. That thing can kill you. Look at it. Again, like once you have defenses like this, also during my charge animation, his spear jabs are not going to knock me out. So that's also another that's a win for this build. The only thing is I don't have a life steal unless I'm charge attacking, right? That's the only downside of this build in a fight like this. And I can also hit him from pretty far away. Now, can I parry this? No, I can't.
Just grant me peace.
And in this stage of the fight, if you stay close to him, he will. Okay, this is. He will do a spinny attack if you're close to him. Yeah. But he has like 2 different spinnies. One of them come out faster than the other one. If you're trying to parry his spin attack, just make sure that you know the spin attack that comes out during the first half of his health is totally different than the second one. The first one that he does has quite a bit of a delay to it. The second one that he does, it has a spin attack that goes into like 3 different spins. That one comes out almost instantaneously, and he only does that when he's past half health mark. During the first part, before he jumps away and screams at you, he doesn't do that fast spin. He only does the whatchamacallit, the telegraphed one, I'll call it. Okay, I see a lot more people on YouTube, so hello everyone. If you're new to the stream and to the channel, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching on YouTube and you have a Twitch account, I would humbly ask you to please watch me on Twitch, because I'm trying to get my streaming going on there so that we can get into the affiliate program. You're disappointed in the Bears trying a short bardiche. What do you mean you're disappointed in the Bears? What do they do? You don't like their drops? You don't like their attacks? What's going on?
It's like this place is burrowing inside my mind.
Oh, this you're talking about the sports team. I thought you were talking about the Bears in the game. I'm like, what the what happened to the Bears? What did the Bears do here? Sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry your team lost. Not fun. But yeah, this was the build. This is final version of it will be out probably right around the same time that I would put out the Tavern Talk podcast. Depends if I have enough time to make the build the way I want to make it. The good thing is, the good news is we're going to keep our co-op realms from the beta, so I'll have access to a lot of extra crafting materials and some good affixes on some of the equipments that I left in that ROM. So that would be awesome. So that being said, this build will probably be available right around the same weekend the co-op is released, but we'll see. This is the gist of it. It works in this current iteration. If you really want to try it out, if you have something similar to it, to give it a try. But I will put out a complete build guide for this, and its final iteration at it. And then I guess you saw how easy it was to get through the Crucible without having to worry about like this enemy, that enemy. Okay, let's go to the next one. We did that. We did these. This guy showed you that. Oh, you guys want to see the first build I ever made? Well, like build. Yeah, I think this is the first build. No. Okay. I don't know which one I should consider to be the first build. Okay, let's do this one. This is a fun one. So this is a normal weight build. Yeah, the guide for this is called the blacksmith build. You are running like a full leather set with a plate helmet. You're still at right around 900 armor, which is pretty decent. Well, it's over 50% damage reduction, and then you're getting 10% damage reduction here, another 10% here, 10% here, 10% here. So they got 40% here also. And then you also have the ring. This build will probably if you want to get more damage out of this, and it's possible, you will basically slap, instead of lifesteal, you would infuse this with plate. But in the upcoming update, what you can do is actually you can find this weapon with the corruption facet. So Bunny, yeah, multiplayer is out on 22nd, and on 22nd I will be playing with friends. So I have to see who's going to be available, but most likely I will have one of my friends playing with me. Well, on release I'm going to do a stream and just like go through the first impressions and go through the patch notes and everything with the community, and then hopefully Into the Wicked will be around on release, and if Isa is around from Rookery, maybe Brian, even Larry, if any of these guys are available, maybe we can do like a run together. But I'll definitely will be playing and streaming with friends depending on who's available. When is it coming out for consoles? Unfortunately, my friend, this is gonna come out for consoles on the 1.0, like the final release, and that release is a while away. If you have a PC, it doesn't require a super high-end PC to play this game. If you have a PC, I strongly suggest you buy it on your PC now, because we don't really know how far the console release is from now.
Everything is a prize.
All right, let's go try this out. This hammer has a very interesting property. Like, well, first it's infused with fire, as is. It does fire damage. And then it has such wide sweeps. And it also has this, like, you see that hit right there? Okay, so you have this uppercut. And then when he drops it on the ground, that also does damage. See that? So if you're like dealing with a bunch of enemies, even your first attack, although it's not a sweep, it also has like an arc, because uppercut and then you drop it right beside you. Does massive amounts of damage. Yeah, I don't know why unique weapons got such a bad rep. I think people just never really wanted to bother with them, and because blade weapons were just a lot more flexible, nobody really bothered. But I made a point to make it. I think I have 2, 4. I have 6 different builds with unique weapons, all completely viable. Oh, look at this! Yeah. So satisfying. The only problem with this setup here is that this was sort of I wanted to make it, what do you call it? This was a thematic build when it started. I wanted to make a blacksmith build, right? So now, looking at it now, so many months later, it is fun, but maybe it won't be so fun for a new player, because you don't have enough poise. I think minimum poise should be at 20. So what you could do is you could have poise potions, right? And they, look at that. If you drink one of those, then you'll be fine. Or you could put a poise gem in one of your slots, and that would be perfect. Did you see how that swing just killed the guy behind me? This weapon, so beautiful. And it's got this like sweet jump attack too, that you can execute like at any point during your combo. And it also has a parry thing. I see that. You do 25% fire damage on parry. Okay. Let me kill that guy and see if I can get it. Alright, big boy. Let's see if I can parry him. No, I don't want to parry him. Here's the problem with a build like this. You miss parry and you're in a bad spot. But in the other build, you saw, no problem. And another thing is this puts you in a precarious position when you're not sure. It's just like, at least for me, I don't know. It plays on your confidence, and you need a bit of confidence to try to parry things. This build could be a lot more defensive than it is right now. So that's why I would say it's probably not exactly beginner friendly. But then again, if you already have this weapon, are you really a beginner? Probably not. Love it. Oh look, speaking about poise, that's exactly what we needed. So as you saw, it does a little bit of damage on parry. It's not anything crazy, but it's still something. You can see it better on a different enemy type. These guys, I cannot parry them for the life of me because they have... Yeah. Did you guys see that? These bastards, their AI is set up to catch you when you are vulnerable to a fall. And as soon as they see you close to a little bit of a ledge that you could be knocked out of, like knocked over, they will immediately go into that lunge attack animation. I think it's... I don't know if it's just annoying, and once you're aware of it, you'll position yourself so that you don't give him the opportunity. But I don't know, I guess it's an added level of difficulty to the Crucible, knowing that enemy AI is set up so that it can give you a hard time like that. What I would like to see on this weapon is charge attack, like any kind of charge. Like maybe on the second one. I think my poise should be around. You see what I mean? You can parry that attack every once in a while. It won't register, but it also won't hit you either. That is a good amount of damage on parry. It's just extra damage. You can't really complain about extra damage, right? Ooh, what do we get? Oh, I have to use it on these guys. They can kill me. I think I want to approach him from here. That's right. The only problem I have with some of these elemental effects, and lightning being the major offender here, next being fire, is the visual distortion that they cause. Did you just like fall through the map without anything happening? Like, how did it happen? He's standing on top of nothing. There are two of them here or one? Like, this is where your damage starts to fall off, as you can see, like right around this level, if you don't have any damage echoes. But we're tanking, so can't complain. Yeah. That's not good. No, these are really good. It's so satisfying. So like the last hit of this hammer counts as a fatality. It's also something to remember. If you have a fatality based build, will work for this. Unless you can get like a kill with your last hit. Really? No damage? At least the rune damage is something. It is what it is. Look at the delay on those attacks. I can never parry any of these little ones. Ever. Who's left? Oh, some dude on that platform. Look at that. Yeah, and then they have that fast attack. So annoying. I cannot. I've never really bothered with it. I guess you can if you want to time it. They're all telegraphed. I just can't do it on reaction, and because I can't do it on reaction, it pisses me off. And I'm like, why do I need to learn this deep of a parry for one mob in the entire game that I cannot parry? Okay, let's see how it works against this dude. I missed that. You almost got me there. Oh! Come on. Oi. Hey. I want to just style on him. My bad. I wanted to finish him up with an eruption.
This place is burrowing
But yeah, this
inside
is
my
not
mind.
as forgiving of a build as the other ones that I showed you. And it's definitely like it can get kind of sluggish if you're running Crucibles too, like towards the end. It's not as fun of a build as the other ones. New player wants to start playing the game. When does co-op drop and the best duo combo build? Okay. So the easy part of that question is that the co-op drops on the 22nd. Now, what's the best combo to run as new players? Are you if you're both new players, I would suggest both running. Just give me a second to think about that. Like, I don't want to give you some like cop-out answer. I mean, lightning build, crossfire build, big boom. Yeah, that's a good one. However, you gotta remember we had a problem in the update, the beta, when we were playing, and that big boom that was caused by lightning and fire ended up also hitting the players. So if you have like say you have somebody that's tanking and they're doing fire damage and you're doing lightning damage with your ranged, when you do trigger that boom, it also booms your tank. So like, I don't know if that's going to be fixed, but I really think for learning the game, 2 players, honestly, it sounds weird, but I would go physical damage, mostly because physical damage is really clean, and the visual distortion is at its minimum, and it gives you the chance of getting a good view of enemy, what do you call it, enemy movesets and all that. So that is one thing to remember with that particular question in mind. But there are a lot of different combos you can run. Like what Art suggested is a good one if it's not completely bugged, as I mentioned. And then you can also run Plagued on Fire, which is probably going to be better. But I would suggest one of you goes melee and the other one goes ranged. And you might think that's counterintuitive because you're like, okay, if ranged is if it's strong, then why not both go ranged? And that's mostly because aggro management is a thing, and if you are new player and you don't have anybody who can manage aggro for you, you might have issues. You might have serious issues. So that's just something else to keep in mind. Other than that, it's up to you really what you want to go with. A lot of builds will work. Just gotta find what you like. The other thing is you gotta play what you find at the beginning. That's my next suggestion, is to not focus on a certain build at the beginning, or just like play what you find. Yeah, that bug almost killed me a couple of times because it can also trigger on you alone without, even if you're playing solo. Okay, so this is I think this is the first build that I ever put up that's a real build, in meaning that it has like components that need to be in for it to completely work. I had it another build before. This is your lightning monk build, and it has a range of weapons they can work with. It can work with the iron studded interrogators, woven wraps, and nith grove binders. All of these will work. I just gotta see what some of my characters that. Okay. So I think for this run we're going to be using the iron stud, not the grove binders, because my character's stat is not set up for it. First time on your live build, skip the beta test for co-op. Can't wait 20-second. Yeah, I think we're all excited. Everyone is so excited about it. And it's going to be good. By the looks of it, there's going to be a lot more stuff in there that we didn't even see in the test. So it's going to be amazing. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. But again, lightning is a really good one. All of the elements are good. Lightning is really good solo, in my opinion, because lightning also, what it does, what the hell? My character looks so wonky. Lightning gives you wave clear, if you want to use that terminology. So you can deal with lots of enemies, like groups of enemies, without having to have any certain moveset on your weapons, or because the lightning proc will jump to other enemies. Oh, there was what I know. So this is a very interesting build. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if you look, you have 50% damage reduction just off of the armor, and then you get 10% here, 10% here, 10% here, 10%. So you get 40% damage reduction here, and then 50% on your armor. It's not exactly additive, like you're not getting 90% damage reduction with this build, but it is pretty much as much damage reduction as you need. And then the other thing is the combination of the armor here. You have cloth armor for your chest, you have leather for your pants, and you have leather for your gloves, pants are plate here, and then you also have another piece of cloth for your head. You could replace this with leather. I wouldn't suggest leather, because at that point you want to replace it with at least mesh or plate if you feel like you need more damage reduction, if you're having a hard time. But the point is, this build is tanky, it's nimble, it has a wave clear, it's got a pretty decent amount of damage, and it's light. See, so you're like zoom zoom. Just see what my rune setup is on this. I forgot. Okay, so I don't have tremor wave. I have. Okay. Okay. Die, creep. That was lucky, because this rune is very prone to missing, especially at that close of a range. It has been fixed in the update, so that's a good thing. I think two of the big things that were fixed for me personally are the Nith Binders bug, and also the Spirit Burst. I'm not sure what you mean by soft cap leveling. Hiya. So with builds like these, if you're doing Crucible, you're looking for damage. Damage, that's all you want. Any way you get damage, you get damage. Yeah. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. Jump down. Again, if you're new to the stream, I always make points about why I do things the way I do. Like, why do you want movement speed? And that's exactly why. Because if I didn't have enough movement speed by the time I got to that witch, it would have killed me. You want okay, so the game is too loud. Yeah, I'm on OBS. The other day my OBS setup got messed up, and I still haven't gone around fixing it. That's why it looks like it's not in full screen. I have to check. There's a lot going on here. I have to change the settings. But okay, so you're saying my mic is my mic is as loud as it can get. But then you're saying the game is a little too loud, so I can bring down the game sound a little bit, and let me know if this helps. You guys are gonna have to bear with me until I make it as a streamer and I get some better equipment. A little bit more knowledge. For now, I can't give up my day job for this. Not for a very long time. Yeah, I have to figure out how to revert the things that changed on my OBS, because I was working on getting ready for the podcast and do like a multi-scene kind of a thing, and I think the resolution on the output has changed so that it doesn't match the input completely, because I can't really make it fit either.
The voices whisper.
What is he doing? He's just trying to give him back stuff. Ooh. Okay, now we got some serious damage. We're going to have a podcast with Thomas. So the first podcast we're doing is going to be with some of the content creators. It's going to be with Ginger Prime. It's going to be with Larry Puss, the Rookery, and Into the Wicked. And Thomas has said he's going to be watching that one. And it's not going to be us just talking at you, the viewers. We are going to be actively looking and reading the chat. So if Thomas is there and you want to ask him any questions, you can put it in the chat. We'll ask him. And I'm pretty sure down the line we can get some interviews done with the developers. For now, they are focusing on, and rightly so, they are focusing on getting interviews done with channels that have a much larger audience because, well, they need to get as much exposure as possible, right? So I'm pretty sure sometime down the line, yes, we will have an interview with Thomas. Let's see if we can one-shot these dudes. We can get one of them. Yeah, right around now, this build starts to do some ridiculous damage. Like doing 2,000 on a backstab like that is crazy. So the podcast is going to be broadcasted on my channel live on the 25th. We don't have the time set up exactly yet, but there will be an upload. Hey! There will be uploads of it on everybody else's channel. The podcast was kind of my idea, but all of these guys are part of it. So maybe later on you will see the same episodes without me, and I've kind of given everybody the right to use that podcast on their own channel too. Like I said, I'm not in it for the money. This is just a project of passion for me, and I do like the community genuinely. Even though I have had some friction in the past within the community, so I'm not going to deny that. But that is the nature of human communications. But I don't hold any grudges, and I think over the years of my gaming experience, this is probably one of the best communities that you could ask for. And that's maybe because it's still a niche community as gaming communities go, but never know. Hey, don't want to die here, man. These things can kill you, like no joke. They are so strong, and God forbid you get hit one time, especially with a setup like this. You can really get screwed. So yeah, the podcast is going to be on my channel live on the 25th. We have to work out the exact time because everybody's in different time zones and everybody has a busy life going on aside from the game. And we've all agreed on January 25th. It's a Sunday, so most likely everybody will have a little bit of free time. Other than that, what can I tell you about the podcast? But if you follow any of us on YouTube or Twitch, everybody will have some version of the podcast. I don't know if they want to put the full thing. Maybe they want to edit it, put like highlights of it. They have the right to do that, and it's a collab thing, right? Not mine exclusive. But I will be the one doing the live. was reading chat. I wasn't even looking at this dude. How do you get third person mod? There is no third person mod that's going to work in the update. That was a temporary thing that was available just in the beta. Is he gonna charge him? If he's gonna charge, he's gonna die. Oh, maybe I'm gonna die.
Release me.
Holy. I need to stop reading the chat and trying to kill this dude. Look at him. Go on, do it again. So yeah, this is it's a relatively easy build to play, I think. But it doesn't have too many different yeah, I don't know, it's a good build. It's a lot better in the upcoming patch. If you want to know what it looks like in the upcoming patch, just look at that the raw U build. But if you want to see it in its current iteration, if you go through my stuff, you can see, I think it's called, I've either called it Lightning Monk or yeah, I think it's Lightning Monk. Let me see what is going on with this full screen thing. I have to fix this for tomorrow. I can do this. Does this look better on stream? My ratios are messed up. I have to figure out. I'm also using like two different resolutions for the monitors, and that might be it. It only happened when I started using multi-scene setup.
It's like this place is burrowing inside my mind.
So that was that. And then maybe I can show you something else. Yeah, but a little bit of it is caught up. Because if I do this, then you can see. Yeah, this is the best I can do right now until I fix it for the next the upcoming streams. Yeah, the monitor, like, it's funny because it was working fine before. It's a widescreen, like a curved monitor.
Every trinket
I
and
don't know if that's
fresh
special
ways.
resolution. I'll fix it. I promise I will fix it for the next stream. All right, this build. This is a build that is, this is a Masterworks build. If you look at my gear, let me just change these. I think I had some cheating going on, but this, like, the gear itself is all Masterworks except for the weapon. So no special things here. Just that. Which one am I using? Get rid of this dude, because this wasn't also an experiment. What? Why can't I? What's going on here? Okay.
It's like this place is burrowing inside my mind.
So, tortured blade, bar none, one of the best, if not the best, one-handed sword you can get in the game. And this current rune setup is just magnificent. Gives you everything. And what else did I have here? What is this rune? This is definitely one of my favorite weapons too. It's just so beautiful. It's a bit nerfed right now, but it's just like the moveset. Look at that. Like, it's just beautiful. It flows. It's almost as good as Wind of Death when it comes to its attack animations. And it's not as hard to get. And believe it or not, for the longest time I only had a magical version of it. And it got me through everything. Is he gonna jump here now? I forgot how much I love this. Look at it, it's just, it's magic. I really hope to God that they never nerf this thing any further. Look at it. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of a congregation. What is this, a zoo? Play with subscribers? Hell yeah. We're gonna have subscriber parties every weekend. Are you kidding me? That's like one of the only things I've been waiting for. Plus, you don't even have to be a subscriber. As long as you're watching and you want to be part of this. If you're a subscriber, I appreciate it, but it's definitely not necessary. I would call it a viewer party more than a subscriber party. So yeah, we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna do. What I was thinking about is do play with viewers and play hardcore, and just see how far we can get on every realm or our character. Like I haven't even used anything. I think it's get them. Sprint attack on place? Like you want to do this like without moving? The other thing that's so beautiful with this weapon is because its attack animations are so fast, it's very forgiving. See, I can do that and still have enough time to be able to parry. Or like, see that? That's just... Oh, every time I play this build, I'm at danger of just playing this for the next... for the foreseeable future and not go back to anything else. It's just like, I don't know if it has some kind of nostalgic value for me because this is the first build that I ever made in the game. Like back first when it came out in like 2024, or because believe it or not, I have the same character, same setup on the legacy servers. That's how much I liked it. So I don't know if I have some kind of like a nostalgic value for me, but if it's really that good. But if anybody ever tries this build, it's probably, I think it's the first video that I ever uploaded to. You go to my channel, and there's like a complete explanation of it. You can do it in place. And the other thing is with this particular rune, talking can get you in trouble quick. You know what's funny? When they get hit by friendly fire, for a second they turn around and they look at the enemy that hit them. It's like as if like what the fuck kind of a thing. That rune is one of my favorite melee runes. This, you just like do a dodge and slash. Another thing you can do with this sword that's really OP is like you can do the stutter step and just hit an enemy forever like this. Like look, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All you have to do is to press attack again as your sword is coming down, not while it's up. Like if it's up and you attack it, it will go into the second one. But if you press attack as the sword is coming down, you're going to the stutter step animation. It's just like 1 2 1 2. And if you have faster attack speed, you can do this a lot faster. If you play like League of Legends and games like that and you're used to doing stutter stepping, this would be like right up your valley. They said right up your valley, right up your alley. This is coming to Xbox and PlayStation. What did I do? Did I skip? Okay. It is coming to Xbox and PlayStation. But you're gonna have to wait until 1.0 release, which is going to be a while from now. So if you're looking to play the game and you have a semi decent PC, you can still run this, no problems. Yeah, Yasuo vibes for sure. You just gotta wait for that 0-10 power spike, right? Look at this. Like the entire attack string is just marvelous. Look at it. You can do it, finish like that, and then do the finish it with that. And then still fast enough to dodge out of the way. It doesn't get any better than this. Look at that. Nutty. Oh no, I knew I was gonna get wrecked. Movement speed decreased by 30%. Why is this like low health? Garbage. Alright, well. Not really good echoes. But still, this build is good enough to get you through it. Oh, got one more room. Yeah, that just the recovery on the animations and you're down. It's just, I can't say good enough things about it. I think the only other weapon that just comes close to this for me is Sinew, but that's also in a completely different category than this. Look at that. You paired this weapon with, if you want to go full damage, you pair it with a bow, right? And then you have also that option. But for me, I just like, you pair it with a nice shield, like a little buckler like that. And the parry window is so good on the buckler. See that? Like it's so easy to parry everything. How's he alive? Is it a water dog? Yeah, this guy, if this dog ends up killing me, I'm in peace. Killed himself on water. I was using the wrong sword too. Alright, let's go. Oh. Look at this. By the time he gets up, I still have enough focus to hit him with that and then just do this. I just... Look at it. I'm just gonna mash. And just mash him to death. You tell me. What else do you want out of a build? Doesn't even, you don't, who needs plague? Who needs plague? I didn't do anything special there. Just this. Look at how fast these like... Just gotta be a little careful here, because I don't want to get wrecked. Yeah, he's gonna charge and he's gonna die here. Or he's not. Surely he's gonna try to do it here. I thought I had him there, but I guess not. Oh. Oh, we'll get him here. Or we don't. We'll try it here.
Let me rest.
Well, you saw how easy that first stage was. It's like infinite focus, infinite recovery. Just like, I don't know, this it's not a build. It's just this weapon is this good. But don't tell anyone. Don't go on the forums, don't go on Discord and let people know. Because then they're gonna bring down a ban hammer on it and we're all gonna be pretty pissed. But you saw it here. And I'm just surprised that not a lot of people use this. So that is that. We tried fire today, we tried lightning, we tried physical. What else is here? That'll be fun. We didn't do plague, so let's try this plague. It's the tortured blade. It's not an especially hard weapon to find either. All right, so this build, the one crux of this build is that you either need to have yourself a Bleeder's Delight, or you want to have found Dual Breaker, which is pretty hard to find. Sorry, Dual Flurry. There is a replacement for Dual Flurry, and I think it comes off of. I don't have it on me here. What's called Dual Breaker, I think. No, it's not Dual Breaker. Forget what it's called. It's found on a normal dagger that you can't find. It just shows me the Dual Breaker. Dashing Stab. That's the one. You can put Dashing Stab on it if you don't have this Dual Flurry. But Dual Flurry comes on Bleeder's Delight. So if you look how fast he is, look at him. Like once you play this fast, he's normal weight. Well, she is normal weight. Yeah, this build I haven't played this one in a while. It is super strong. If you go back to my builds and look up Shadow Assassin, you'll see it. And I have a feeling this build is even going to be stronger in the patch too. What I would change with this build is Regurgitate is totally unnecessary. I just thought Regurgitate is a funny rune. Look at it. Look what it does. Well, I can't use it. Let me just yeah. Sorry, I'm messing around right now. I'm just trying to get something. Trying to get the backstab. What is going on here? Something weird is going on. Unparryable. And somehow my backstab windows are super hard to execute. Yeah, that's not variable. This build is going to be so good. Okay, so what I was saying is, I want to show you regurgitate. This is regurgitate. What the heck? I don't even have enough. Let me show you regurgitate. That's regurgitate. But what I would do is, I should actually get rid of that and put, if you're going to do this, you should put fire. I made this build before they did the whole fire and plague interaction. So if you're going to recreate this, you should put some kind of fire rune on your daggers, but I don't think you can actually. I don't think you can put throw on double daggers. Like you just attack super fast, build up, be nimble, get up, do that, and then just fly around. And then large enemies, you gotta give them the business. What you're trying to do is, this build takes a little bit of getting used to, not gonna lie. This is not exactly a beginner friendly build. And I'm not sure if I have do I have damage against large monsters? Yeah, I do. Kill all these things for focus farming. If you want to assassinate a target, that would be your dual breaker. If you come up, because this build is also relatively very squishy, there are some enemies that you need to get rid of right away before you get into a fight. This is not a build that is really good against the multiple enemies, but this would be your max damage kind of a thing without putting you in jeopardy. So you get like a huge lunge, you do a ton of damage like this, and you can get rid of one of your targets immediately and then just turn the fight in your favor. Ash Soothed Daggers, probably one of the best move sets within two-handed daggers in the game. I don't want to stand in there. Come on. What's going on? Okay. Just go kill that guy. There's a bad idea with this build to just have multiple enemies around you. Or be this bad at parrying. So another thing to remember, parry window, look how different it is with weapons as opposed to the buckler that I had. Part of the reason why this is happening. Takes a little bit of adjustment. You do have a rune to deal with groups of enemies in the form of the tornado rune. The problem is you don't do enough damage. Like, it's not a rune that will kill. Like, let's try it here. Like, see, it does that. It's a high cost. It's a relatively high cost rune, but it's not guaranteed to get rid of one or two enemies in a group, which is what you're trying to do. Oh boy. Don't tell me I don't have a bow. I have a bow, please. Even here. Oh, that's the end of this run. Unless I can get this guy to drop him down. This is so annoying. Oh, maybe, just maybe we can get lucky here. I guess not. That way we can get a skip. Yes, dagger really doesn't have any attack. Okay, that is unfortunate. So what I want to do is I want to check if I can put a fire rune on this. To reposition myself. Okay, let's go to. Sorry about this. Realm is bug and character is rubber banding, but all my runes are in this realm, so I just want to see if I can put something with fire here. Whee!
The greatest victory is a bargain.
Do any of you have this kind of a problem with your old realms?
What life and death?
Ruin. So no, like the only elemental rune, as you can see, is that the lightning, the double attack on the lightning. There's really no other rune you can put in here. You put the martial arts ones, but yeah. If you could put any, if they made any elemental rune for the daggers, it would be nice, but I guess not. Alright, let's try this one more time and see if we can get somewhere in the Crucible. I never had that bug happening in the beta, co-op beta. This is just what's been happening consistently on live. Cape? What do you mean cape?
The word is broken.
Oh. Trying to get rid of one of them with a backstab, but
It's like this place is
here we can take a look here.
burrowing inside my mind.
I don't think so. I think it looks cool, especially if you're standing in the wind. That big guy is gonna run at me too. Probably one of the worst case scenarios. He can push to kill him. This build, definitely not a beginner's build. Not even seasoned players build if you don't want to invest time in it. It's got a lot of stamina management. And right now, as you can see, one of my issues is stamina, since guys are running away. And I can't use my movement speed here. And as soon as before I can get to them, they will do that stupid knockback damage. But as soon as I get used to it, it's gonna look a lot better. A little bit of damage increase is not bad. I also gotta stop running with this build because daggers are very much unforgiving. Holy. It has damage, but it's too squishy. Yeah, Blink, I originally wanted to use Blink on this, but when I built this a while back, and when they put Blink on utility, it kind of killed the rune for me. I don't like to switch between utility runes and combat runes in the middle of the fight, and that's my shortcoming. Really, it probably works better for people who can do that, but I often mess it up if I put it in. Yeah. But yeah, Blink is definitely a good solution to this. Also, totally not a group fight build at all. You always want to be either a one-on-one or a two-on-one that can be reduced to a one-on-one. And this is shortcomings of this of daggers, because the only rune you get with it that has any kind of AoE, I guess, okay, if that's not true. So if you replicate the same build with a lightning setup, it will be a lot easier because of the lightning proc, right? But with this particular setup, and then if you go back to the forums, this build, I posted this build when there was a lot of bugs with Plague, and then they changed it and they gave us the execution affix on gloves. So it finally became a little somewhat playable. It was a sort of a challenge build to say, but it's definitely not a, I don't know, it's fun to play once you get used to it. And then definitely if you have Blink, or if you have, maybe if this build will be completely broken if you have Battle Cry rank. Because if you have Battle Cry rank, you can just like keep doing this and just kill everything and stun them. You can just spam dual breaker, dual flurry, sorry, forever. And it does enough stagger damage that your enemies don't really get a chance to do anything to you. 40% didn't do anything. So this is a situation. Come out of there. I don't want to.
Serema Ford. Will the whispers let you die?
All right, I don't know if I can deal with these two on that small of a platform because let me see if I can just jump him. Yeah. That works. The reason why I said that initially, personally. I think these have slightly higher damage than Rogue Messers because I remember I was testing with Rogue Messers. And I don't recall exactly why I ended up going with this instead of Rogue Messers, but there was something going on. But I'll definitely go back now that you've mentioned it. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of more testing on this, especially when the update comes. I just hope that at some point they're going to give these daggers some kind of a projectile fire room. Like, I don't understand why you cannot put the throw runes on these weapons, and then but then you can put like freaking, what do you call it, staff runes on your wands. But yeah, for reasons unbeknownst to me. Also, I'm not very confident on this build right now, so this is not exactly a good representation of this build. Like I said, it takes a little bit of time to play with this build and get used to it. Yeah, they're exalted. I only got 42 points in each. Like 32 extra points in each, I should say. Almost killed me. Okay, so let me see if I remember how this works exactly. I think yeah, that's how it worked. Come to me, big boy.
Prison eternal!
Yeah, the build works a lot better, showcases a lot better in boss fights, and they have 60 points in dex, and you get what, 141? Yeah, this has 164. And I'm not sure if but, again, it's been such a long time. I liked dual daggers initially, but because of the limitations that they have, I kind of stopped bothering with them for a while until I kind of like challenged myself to make this, because like I used to play Rogue and WoW many moons ago, and I wanted to make this. It was like, I have to have this build work. And if you go back on the forums, there are posts of me being really salty about how um, this doesn't really work on fast attack animation build weapons with low damage, and yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah, if I could break in, I really wish that I would have put blink instead of regurgitate before they made that change, but it's too late now. I've asked Thomas a couple of times and I got really no answer on it. Just, I hope they bring back the ability to put utility runes on your weapons. Like, it should be your choice. You shouldn't be limited to putting it on your utility rune. Because I don't really see a way that it would break the game. There are some unique weapons now that have blink. I think, yeah, this doesn't have it, but Midnight Blade has it, for example. Yeah, I think instead of blink, I opted to go for poise on this, because with poise up, you don't really get knocked down as much. But yeah, blink is definitely a solid option on this. It's just I can't get used to it, mostly because I got used to blink being on my weapon, and I have a mental block against, because I think that's a dumb decision. I really don't think blink should be in the utility category to begin with, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, boys and girls. I don't think there are any girls in the chat, but if there are, I want to be inclusive. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining the stream. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, I really appreciate your support and your views. Hopefully you enjoyed and there was something for you to see. If I have some time, I will try to stream tomorrow as well. But if you don't see me, you will definitely see me stream on the release day. I have the whole day off, and I'll be streaming with my friends, with viewers, with some of the other content creators for sure. And I will also be going through patch notes, and then I will do a little bit of a review with what changes are coming and what you should expect once we have the patch notes. If we get the patch notes before the actual release, I will do that earlier. I will go through the patch notes earlier and try to make a little video about it. But I'll probably stream it and I'll just put the stream online because I've never made a script for any of my videos. Everything that you've seen is just like I just yammer on, bramble on, and say whatever's on my mind. Don't have time to make scripts, and it could be better, I guess, if I had scripts. But for now, it is what it is. When the game breaks in the mainstream and I have millions of people and I have hundreds and thousands of subscribers, I will definitely hire someone to write me scripts and up my production value. I will definitely fix this OBS issue before the next stream too. Thank you for watching, friends. I will see you in the next one, and until then, be kind. See you later.